What truly pushed Jungkook to walk away from HYBE? And why couldn't the company stop him? Was this the breaking point everyone feared? Before you continue reading, tell us what you think happened. Leave your thoughts in the comments, hit like if your heart hurts for him, and don't forget to subscribe for updates about Jungkook's shocking decision. No one saw it coming. Not even the fans who had followed every step, every heartbeat, every small change in Jungkook's expression. He had always been the strong one, the golden magne who smiled through pressure, who turned exhaustion into performance and silence into art. But when he was seen leaving the HYBE building late one night, his head lowered, surrounded by only 2 staff members and a quiet driver, the world began to tremble. Could it be true? Had Jungkook finally reached his limit? Was this the moment he chose himself over the company that once built him? Rumors began to spread like wildfire. Some said it was burnout, others whispered about control, about artistic suffocation, about promises broken in silence. Fans tried to hold on to hope. Maybe it was just another overseas schedule, another project, another phase. But the photographs told a different story. Jungkook's eyes, once bright and untouchable, carried the kind of sadness that words could never describe. And when reporters asked HYBE for a statement, all they received was the same polished response: no comment. Why no comment? Why silence when the world was desperate for truth? Could HYBE not speak, or did they simply not dare to? Inside the walls of that empire, whispers of discontent had long echoed. The perfection they showed to the world came at a cost. Behind every flawless stage, there were hours of endless practice, sleepless nights, and a growing shadow of pressure that no human could endure forever. Jungkook, despite his strength, was still human. And when the weight of expectations became too heavy, even he began to crack. Those close to the situation claimed that Jungkook had been quietly battling for creative freedom for months. He wanted to write his own songs, to release his music without filters, without the corporate polish that often diluted his truth. But the machine that is HYBE, powerful, precise, profit-driven, had other plans. Image first, emotion later, one insider allegedly said. But how long can someone suppress their soul before it starts to burn from the inside out? The fans' armies across the globe felt the tremor. They could feel his pain even through the screen. When Jungkook went live weeks before his disappearance, his words were gentle but his tone was off, reflective, distant, like someone preparing to say goodbye without saying it. "I just want to be happy doing what I love," he said, smiling faintly. Few realized that it was a warning, a quiet scream hidden behind a calm expression, and then he left. Just like that. Reports claimed that HYBE was blindsided, that they didn't expect him to actually take such a drastic step. But others say they saw it coming. "He had been asking for space," said one anonymous source. But space isn't something idols get easily. It wasn't rebellion. It was survival. The shocking part isn't that Jungkook left. It's that HYBE couldn't stop him. The company, known for its absolute control over schedules, releases, and public image, suddenly found itself powerless. How does a corporation fight against the will of someone who has given them everything and finally decides to take it all back? The silence from HYBE wasn't strategy, it was surrender. And so fans began piecing together the puzzle. The unexplained cancellations, the quiet delays, the emotional posts. Each one was a breadcrumb leading to this moment. A moment that left millions in tears. Jungkook didn't leave for fame, money, or scandal. He left because he needed to breathe. He left because the art that once set him free had begun to feel like a cage. Now, as images of him traveling alone circulate across the internet, a haunting question remains: will he ever return? Or is this the beginning of a new chapter where he finally writes his story, not as Jungkook of BTS, but simply as Jungkook, the man behind the legend? Fans have flooded social media with messages of love and heartbreak. "Take your time, Jungkook," one fan wrote. "We'll wait, no matter how long it takes." Another said, "If this is what he needs to be happy, then let him go." That's love. The emotional storm has united army in grief and pride. Grief for the loss of what once was, pride for the courage it took to walk away from what everyone else would cling to. But not everyone sees it as freedom. Some insiders suggest that there's more to the story, that HYBE's silence hides more than sorrow, it hides fear. Fear that others might follow. that the perfect illusion they built might start to crumble if one voice dares to speak too loudly. Could Jungkook's departure be the spark that changes everything? And then there's the question of his next move. What will he do now? The world waits for his next post, his next word, his next sound. Every whisper, every sighting becomes a headline. Every absence becomes a clue. Some say he's working on independent music abroad. Others believe he's taking time away from the spotlight entirely, choosing peace over pressure. Whatever the truth is, one thing remains clear. Jungkook's silence speaks louder than any press release. It's the silence of someone who's been pushed too far, who's finally decided to reclaim the voice that was slowly being taken from him. As the world debates, cries, and speculates, HYBE stands still, unable to control the narrative this time. The golden boy they helped create has become the man they can no longer hold. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what he needed to do, because sometimes leaving isn't running away, it's finally coming home to yourself. And as armies across the globe whisper his name in both heartbreak and hope, one thing echoes louder than all the noise. We're still here, Jungkook. We understand. So, what do you think really happened behind those closed doors? Was this a quiet rebellion? Or a cry for freedom long overdue? Share your thoughts in the comments. Every opinion matters, every voice adds to the story. Don't forget to hit like if you believe Jungkook deserves peace, and subscribe to stay updated as this emotional journey unfolds before the eyes of millions. Because this isn't just a story about a singer leaving a company. It's a story about courage, pain, and the price of freedom in an industry built on perfection. And somewhere out there, maybe Jungkook is finally breathing again. Far away from the lights, far away from the noise, just being himself. The days that followed his departure were filled with uncertainty, confusion, and heartbreak. Social media turned into a storm of emotions. Hashtags about Jungkook trended globally, fans wrote open letters, and countless edits appeared with tearful captions like, "We miss you, but we understand." Every photo, every frame of his past performances was suddenly seen in a new light, as if the world had missed the signs that were always there. Was every tired smile a plea for help? Was every quiet pause during interviews a battle he was fighting silently? HYBE's silence became deafening. In a world where every scandal is met with statements, every rumor with denials, their refusal to speak only deepened the mystery. If there was nothing to hide, fans argued, why won't they say anything? But those who understood the industry knew, silence can often be more powerful than words. Perhaps the truth was too explosive, too delicate, or too painful to be shared publicly. Behind closed doors, it is said that HYBE executives were in disarray. Losing Jungkook wasn't just losing an artist, it was losing the heartbeat of their global empire. For years, he had been the face of perfection, the symbol of dedication. To see him walk away was more than a loss. It was a reflection of everything the company could no longer control. And control for HYBE was everything. Inside the fanbase, debates raged. Some blamed HYBE, claiming they pushed too hard, demanded too much, and treated artistry as a product. Others argued that Jungkook's decision might have been mutual, that maybe both sides simply needed space. But deep down, everyone knew that love for the artist came first. Let him be free, fans wrote. If this is what he wants, we'll wait forever. Every day, fans scoured for clues. His last words on live broadcasts were replayed endlessly. "I want to create something that's really me." What did he mean by that? Was he referring to a solo project? Or was it a hidden goodbye to the system that had confined him for so long? And then a new rumor surfaced. Jungkook had been seen at an airport traveling alone. No manager, no staff, no entourage. Just him, a simple black